Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another Reader's Workshop. Today, we are going to compare and contrast Frog and Toad. You practiced this yesterday with that Earth Day video, the Lorax. So you should be pretty good at comparing and contrasting. We know a lot about the characters because we read the first book. So when we compare and contrast, we look at how they are the same and how they are different. Now, you may recognize this Venn diagram. We've used this a lot in the classroom. I shared a sheet with you here, and it was actually 2 pages. You only have to do 1 page. I don't know why it shared 2. So you can do it this way. You can even make a Venn diagram if you want, and remember the similarities go in the middle, the differences go on the outside. You can think of physical similarities and differences, like they're both amphibians. One's a toad, one's a frog. You could think of internal character traits. How are they on the inside? And this sheet asks you can give evidence from any of the chapters that we have read. So we read the first book, and we are going to read the first chapter in the next book, and you're just going to compare and contrast Frog and Toad. So pay close attention, because I think we'll notice some similarities and differences. This book is called Days with Frog and Toad. Dad behind the camera. Dad, say hi.
Hello, kids.
Hello, children. All right. Chapter 1 is called Tomorrow.
Get my Toad voice ready. Our Toad is grumpy.
All right. Tomorrow. Toad woke up.
Drat,
He said.
this house is a mess. I have so much work to do.
Frog looked through the window. Toad, you are right, said Frog. It is a mess. Toad pulled the covers over his head.
I will do it tomorrow,
Said Toad.
Today I will take life easy.
He's in bed. Toad is always in bed, it seems like. Frog came into the house. Toad, said Frog, your pants and jacket are lying on the floor.
Tomorrow,
Said Toad from under the covers. Your kitchen sink is filled with dirty dishes, said Frog.
tomorrow,
Said Toad. There is dust on your chairs,
tomorrow,
said Toad. Your windows need scrubbing, said Frog. Your plants need watering,
tomorrow.
cried Toad.
I will do it all tomorrow.
Now there's a word for this when you put something off. Dad, do you know what that is?
Procrastinating?
Ding! You did a good job. 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 Dad! I never thought I'd be singing the good job song to my dad, but here we are. Toad. So what? Toad is procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. Toad sat on the edge of his bed.
Blah,
Said Toad.
I feel down in the dumps.
Why? Asked Frog.
I am thinking about tomorrow.
Said Toad.
I am thinking about all of the many things I have to do.
Yes, said Frog. Tomorrow will be a very hard day for you. So I'm already noticing differences between them, and remember that's what your assignment is for today,
But Frog,
said Toad.
if I pick up my pants and jacket right now, then I will not have to pick them up tomorrow, will I?
No, said Frog, you will not have to. Toad picked up his clothes and he put them in the closet.
Frog,
Said Toad.
if I wash my dishes right now, then I will not have to wash them tomorrow, will I?
No, said Frog, you will not have to. Toad washed and dried his dishes. He put them in the cupboard.
Cupboard.
Thank you, Dad. Cupboard. Thank you. See? Find the mistakes Mr. K makes. Let me just say, by the time... pick up your clothes, Toad. What are you doing? Stop talking about it. By the time he finishes the sentence, you could have just picked up your clothes. He acts like that's the hardest thing in the world. Are you kidding me? Boys and girls, you all have to clean your rooms today. It's not that hard. All right.
Frog,
Said Toad.
if I dust my chairs and scrub my windows and water my plants right now, then I will not have to do it tomorrow, will I?
No, said Frog, you will not have to do any of it. Toad dusted his chairs, he scrubbed his windows, he watered his plants.
There,
Said Toad.
now I feel better. I'm not in the dumps anymore.
Why? Asked Frog.
Because I have done all that work.
Said Toad.
Now I can save tomorrow for something I really want to do.
What is that? Asked Frog.
Tomorrow,
Said Toad.
I can just take life easy.
Toad went back to bed, he pulled the covers over his head, and he fell asleep. So that's the end of our story. Dad, what'd you think?
Thought it was wonderful.
It was a wonderful story? Be honest. My question is, Toad, why do you have to ask Frog? Like, he asked Frog, if I pick this up, Will I have to do it tomorrow? Of course not. You don't need to ask Frog that. We didn't get to see much of Frog, but I do notice some differences. And one difference I notice is, would you say that Toad, who's lazier, Frog or Toad, Dad?
Toad.
Toad is a lazy bones. Is Frog lazy? No, Frog is like ready to go. He's like, Toad, what are you doing? Just, okay. So I think that's one that I noticed from this chapter. And then you could think back at other chapters too. So I kind of like the message of this story. I think that it's important. Just get your stuff done. Just finish it, and then you don't have to worry about it. So don't be a procrastinator like Toad. Do your work, get it finished, and then you can take life easy the next day. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Do the worksheet, only the one page. You can either do it with the graphic organizer and post it to your dojo portfolio. I will read you a story tomorrow.